This is MaxPreps Friday Night Live, powered by American Family Insurance.
I'm back in the studio now. It was great to have those two guys in here, right?
It was, and you know, there's such excitement with these state titles after they win it immediately, and then they come in the studio and kind of like, yeah, we won it, we got it, no problem.
It's cool.
Right.
We got it like that.
Right.
It was just that simple. Ain't nothing but a chicken wing. I just had to say that.
It was here.
It was great to have them here, and we have so many great memories of this past season, right?
It really was an amazing high school football season. You know, you think about sometimes when you hear about the college football players of the year or the NFL plays of the year, you only have hundreds, or in the college ranks, thousands of games to pick from. In high school football, you have tens of thousands of games to find highlights from, and we have dug up some of the best. So first, we're going to take a look back at what I think might be the catch of the year. We go to Massachusetts for this one, and you've heard of a one-handed catch, right?
Yeah.
Those happen all the time. How about a one-headed catch? Look at that right there. Zach Elkinson at Holliston High. That is as beautiful as it's going to get.
Did that really just happen?
It did. He just put it on top of his head. Touchdown. He finishes that game 5 for 148 and 2 touchdowns. That is my catch of the year.
I kind of want to see that again, just because I couldn't believe that he actually caught it, but with his head. You know, there it goes.
Does Marone take care of you or what?
Marone loves me so
Here
much.
it is again. You know what's going to happen?
There we go. Bonk. I think maybe he needed it as a cushion or something, or I don't know, reminder.
Velcro.
Pretty good. Congratulations.
Velcro on the helmet, right?
Velcro.
It works every time.
And there is so much more. So we're going to take a little trip now down to memory lane, but we need Steve Spiewak. We need his assistance. And, of course, you are going to handle this. So, you guys, I can't wait to see what we're going to reminisce about.
Steve, are you ready to go?
Let's do it.
You got a little tear in your eye, a little memory lane time for us?
These are all positive memories that are nice to look back on.
We need some music or something.
I will tell you that we're going to start off with an astounding number. How about 837? That's the amount of passing yards that Will Greer had in a single game this year. He broke the national high school record by 73 yards. Davidson Days, Will Greer, an amazing performance. Steve?
Yeah, I think this is kind of the peak of the rise of the spread offense and these pass-happy offenses. We've seen so many impressive passing performances over the last few years, guys throwing for 500 or 600 yards, but this takes the cake, and actually Will Greer just committed to the University of Florida, so this game was hardly a fluke. I think he threw 69 touchdown passes this year, so a huge game for him, part of kind of the shift in high school football towards more spread offenses, and just an overall a great season for Will Greer.
And his team wins a state title. That record set in a state semifinal game. Yeah, he's a Florida Gator. We're going to get our chumps in there. I'll get my little ones. I'll take that. But that happened in the state semifinal game. They went on to win the state title. How about another trip down memory lane? We'll go this time for Austin Raiken. And this is a 67-yard field goal. That is 1 yard short of a national record. That kick sent the game to overtime with no time on the clock, and Central Valley goes on to win in overtime. Steve, haven't ever seen a field goal like that, have you?
No, and people can say the high school goalposts are a little wider than NFL, but I'll tell you what, I have not seen a more impressive kick all season, regardless of which level of football we're talking about.
That made national news, correct?
It did.
That made national news. I remember we spoke about it here, so there you go. But it made national news.
It did, and especially because it wasn't just some kick at the end of a half or, in the middle of the third quarter.
It was meaning to it.
It was meaning to it. Overtime, they go on to win it overtime.
Exactly. So what do you guys have for number 3?
We got another one, and this one we got some still photos to show you. How about this one? A player named Jacob Rainey at Woodbury Forest. Yes, he is an amputee. Less than a year after he had his leg amputated after a football injury, he came back and played and led Woodbury Forest, played quarterback for them. This is truly an amazing story.
Wow.
I mean, you basically, said it all, Jason. There's not much more to say. Just a remarkable feat of dedication, of perseverance. What I was particularly touched by was just the response of his teammates. And, you could look back and you could see some of the tweets that his teammates sent, after the incident, and, just how stunned and they were praying for him and how shocked they were, everything that happened, what a tragedy. And he's back less than a year later. He really inspired his entire team, and just, a tremendous, tremendous story. And what a great job by this young man to not, he would have had every excuse in the world just to kind of mail it in and take the senior season off and kind of just take his recovery a little bit more slowly. But, just to be back on the field in uniform playing less than a year after, that horrific injury is just mind-boggling.
And you can't see it as well in that photo right there, but the leg is amputated midway up the thigh.
Wow. I'm like shocked right now.
It's truly an amazing story. He was a Division I prospect before he got hurt, and it wasn't just breaking his knee, but he actually severed an artery. And you can't see me pointing to my knee right now, but I'm doing it down here. Severed an artery, and that's what caused him to have to get it amputated. But he fought and fought and fought and made it back on the field. Truly amazing.
Oh, yes. Remarkable story. Thanks for that.
You want more remarkable?
I do.
Let's go this one. How about John McKisic? You know him, the coach at Somerville High School? He won his 600th career game. He was inducted into the National High School Football Hall of Fame 22 years ago and has stuck around for this amazing feat.
This was another situation, Jason, where it was so cool to see the response of the community and of guys that he's coached. To see that, old Coach McKisic won his 600th game. AJ Green, Bengals receiver, sent out a tweet congratulating him. Can you think how many kids he's coached, and then he's coached their kids, and then he's coached their kids? He's probably coached, lineages of 3 or 4 generations of young men in Somerville. And to think that, it's not as if he just sailed off into the sunset after win number 600. It seems he has every intention to return in August.
And it's funny because when we interviewed him here on the show, he was so humble. We asked him, and he was like, well, let's see,
Just another win.
Just another win.
Right.
Let's take it a day at a time. So.
Only 2 losing seasons in 61
amazing.
As a head coach. And now,
2 amazing
what some
stories.
people call the biggest high school football record out there went down this year. Derrick Henry, Yulee High School, a career rushing total of 12,124. He does that in a season that he breaks the national single-season record as well of 4,260. Steve, it may be a long time before we see another running back like this kid.
I think when we look back on the 2012 high school football season, this will stand out more than any other accomplishment or achievement or storyline. This was a record that was over 50 years old, held by Ken Hall from Texas. And, Derrick Henry, 44, 46, whatever it was, consecutive 100-yard rushing performances. The fact that he came in as a 9th grader and rushed for over 2,000 yards. And that, this was not a guy who, before the season, we really even considered as, even having an outside chance to surpass Ken Hall. We had kind of eyeballed a few other guys who had strong possibilities, but he surpassed everyone with his consistency, with just some huge performances. He was racking up 300, 400, 500 yards with regularity, and when it became clear that he was going to break Ken Hall's record, it was pretty special to watch and to see that touchdown run where that put him over Ken Hall's mark.
No doubt that was a special one.
It was, and if we had a quarter for every time we said Derrick Henry this season.
Well, that'll happen
when
when you don't gain less than 100 yards in any game for your entire high school career. Your first game as a freshman, he broke that national record by more than 900 yards, so it wasn't even close.
Right.
That is a special player that the University of Alabama is getting next year.
Yeah, and you know what? We have had a special season here with you guys, our viewers, so thank you very much from the bottom of all of our hearts for tuning in and for watching and bearing with us all season long. We hope you've enjoyed our half-hour show. But on behalf of everyone here at MaxPreps, Friday Night Live, on behalf of Jason Alpert, Steve Spiewak, we have to thank so many people because we don't do this on our own. We have a lot of people behind the scenes.
We can't pull this off on our own. We're not that good, let's be honest.
No, unfortunately. We have not figured that one out yet. But Marone, our producer, Bernardo, Ratasha, thank you guys every night for sticking here with us every Friday night.
Steve Montoya, the executive editor at MaxPreps.com. Chris Sproul, thank you so much for everything that you did, putting your heart and soul into making this show work. So I can tell you that I've already looked at the calendar, though, and we've only got 35 more weeks till the start of next football football season.
There we go. We can't wait just to get back into the Friday Night Live groove of things. But we wish you a happy holiday season, the best of luck, and we'll see you all next season. It's been a heck of a ride, and thank you so much on behalf of everyone here, MaxPreps Friday Night Live. Thank you very much for tuning in, powered by American Family Insurance.
This is MaxPreps Friday Night Live, powered by American Family Insurance.